What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Karim Jovian. I know I haven't uploaded in such a long time and I hope you don't hate me for it, but as you see, we are switching things up in my studio and I promise you it's gonna look awesome. And I thought, you know what, I just saw Spider-Man No Way Home. Why not make a video and talk about it here with you guys? Hopefully you've seen the movie. If you have not, please, I beg you, go watch it and then come back here and tell me your thoughts, write in the comments, and let's have a good old time just chatting about the movie. So there's gonna be spoilers here. And if you don't like spoilers, I'm sorry. You could come back after watching the movie. First thing, the elephant in the room. The movie is exclusive only in theaters. I don't know why people are really upset about that. I understood, like, at the beginning, I was like, this could be a problem. I don't know if people are really gonna see the movie, and because of the whole pandemic and everything. But man, oh man, is it a great decision that they did that, because seeing the film reminded me why we go see movies. And I miss that. I miss that feeling of going to see movies. The feeling of being in that theater was so electrifying that you have to see it in a theater. Take the dang risk. I know there's a pandemic going on and I shouldn't be saying this. That's not actually, no, actually be smart, stay safe, and don't feel bad or force yourself to go to the theater if you can't. When I heard they're doing the multiverse thing, I was like, this is gonna be freaking amazing. You guys saw what they did with the animated Spider-Man film, and if they could do that in live action, oh man, they did, but they did it much better. And it brought back that normalcy, just a little bit of that excitement that we used to have before the pandemic. And I'm just so thankful for that. And let me tell you how it went down, all right? So yes, I knew about it through leaks online. I didn't see any images and I was very careful not to see anything on the internet because I did not want that to be ruined for me. I'm a big Spider-Man fan. And then definitely, Wolverine and Deadpool and Ghost Rider. Of course, Batman is DC. He's another one, but he's not Marvel. But you know what I mean. I knew that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire were going to be in it, but I thought it was a rumor, and that everybody just didn't believe it was going to happen. Like everybody was like, nah, this is not going to happen. They're not going to pull it off. Yeah, they're right. This is not going to happen. There's no way this is going to happen. I'm not going to see it because honestly, I was getting fatigued from Marvel films. I stopped watching right after Endgame, honestly. That was it for me. I was like, okay, 10 years of Marvel movies, just a great send-off, and I think that was perfect. But after that, I just fatigued. There's nothing I want to watch anymore. I don't want to see any more Marvel movies. It's just too much. I think it was totally better than Endgame, 100%. So now I'm here not believing that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are going to be in the film, and I was thinking, Tobey Maguire probably just doesn't want to do Spider-Man anymore. Andrew Garfield, he also was tired of it. I don't think they're going to come back. And then in the interviews, Andrew Garfield was such a great liar, and he was telling everybody that he's not going to be in it. And Tobey Maguire was quiet. He wasn't even talking about it. So I was like, this is not happening. And I least expected it. This honestly was a surprise. When it happened in the theater, I was literally the first one clapping like this. I was like Shia LaBeouf in that GIF. I was just the first one like clapping, and I got up, and because I knew the suit. When Ned opened up that portal, I could see that's Andrew Garfield's suit. And he came through and it was crazy. Everybody was screaming. I was clapping like crazy. My wife was like, what's going on? She's never seen a Spider-Man movie. And I was like, this is amazing. I was screaming on the top of my lungs. I've never ever done this in a theater before. This is crazy. What's going on? This is awesome. The feeling is electric. And then Tobey Maguire walks in and I lost it. Everybody lost it. Luckily, I was recording after Andrew Garfield came through because I knew that Tobey had to be coming right after. There's no way they're not bringing him in. And I wanted to capture that moment for my guy, Tobey Maguire, my favorite Spider-Man, to step in that movie and show everyone how it's done. And it was freaking dope. It was so cool. And we went wild in the theater. And I miss that. I miss that amazing feeling, being surrounded by people like-minded who are enjoying the film that you're watching, and you feed off of that energy with them, laughing together. Such a beautiful experience. I was so proud of the directors, the writers, the team, the actors. They really handled it wonderfully. You could tell this was done with passion and love and understanding of the fans, because the fans are what made this become what it is, and they freaking delivered. Something special happened when I was watching this movie, something deeply profound. And I think the only way, this could not happen with any other film. It can only happen with this one, because Endgame couldn't top it either, because Endgame took 10 years to build up. This film technically took 19 to 20 years to build up, because it counts the first Spider-Man film, which now officially is part of the MCU if you think about it technically, which is so cool. I saw that first Spider-Man film in theaters. And this is why I got so emotional with No Way Home because it reminded me of my uncle. And if I do get a little emotional, I do apologize, guys. I'm gonna try to hold back as much as I can and speed through it really quick because it does get to me. My uncle, he took me to see, me and my brothers to see the first Spider-Man film. It was huge. He knew I was a Spider-Man fan. I've been playing the video games, reading the comic books, collecting the cards, never seen a live action Spider-Man film, and it was in theaters. I still remember it like it was yesterday. And we went to see Spider-Man. And right after that, when it came out on DVD, he got us the DVD and we just started watching it over and over and over. And then Spider-Man 2 came out. Of course, same thing happened. And then Spider-Man 3, he didn't take us to see that one because we all know Spider-Man 3, what happened with that. But I went to see it with my friends, and it was a fun experience because not as great as the first two, it was still great enough to enjoy and very memorable and experience in and of itself. Seeing those three films in the beginning really built it up for me. It built it up so much to the point where when Tobey Maguire came through that portal and walked in so elegantly, it was like seeing an old friend. I was like, man, where the hell you been, man? And it's like, and he reminded me of my uncle, and it got me so emotional. I was like, man, time passes by, you start looking at things differently, and the reason why I'm so emotional is because my uncle passed away, and it was really sad because I wish I shared this moment with him and got to see the movie with him. But I won't be able to do that, and it's okay. I'm sorry, guys. When I get emotional or have like a lump in my throat, I get really bad. So there's gonna be a lot of cutting and editing here, but oh man, it was beautiful. That scene with Tobey Maguire and Alfred Molina was beautiful. And you could tell that was real. I don't know, man. I'm just weird like that. This stuff gets to me. I don't care if anybody says it's a comic book movie. I don't care. It was special to me, and it was huge, and I was so happy to experience it with my wife and my brother and his girlfriend, because my younger brother loves Spider-Man 2. The scene with Alfred Molina and Tobey Maguire was so special, was so beautiful, because he was looking at him and he's like, it's good to see you again. And you've grown up. And he's like, yeah, I'm trying to do better. And it's just like, reminds me of like those moments, you have with people that you haven't seen in such a long time, and how we're getting older and we're not going to be here forever. I don't know how they freaking did it, but this comic book movie, it just captured my soul and my human emotion like no other film. And I think it's because of those 20 years that we've had that buildup of those 20 years, And damn, Andrew Garfield, him redeeming himself by saving MJ before she falls because he couldn't save Gwen Stacy and she ended up dying. And how he couldn't let go of that, but he finally was able to redeem himself and make up for it by saving MJ. Fucking beautiful. It was so good. Tom Holland, finally. I feel like this film really showed off his acting prowess and how incredible of an actor he is. I would love to talk to you guys about it, so if you want to write down in the comments below, that would be awesome. I want to talk about Venom. I was kind of upset because Tom Hardy is not going to have that moment to meet up with Spider-Man, but what they did was very smart. It's still connected in a way, because at the end, right after in the mid-credits scene, he just teleports back. He's in a bar getting drunk, trying to figure out this whole Marvel Avengers thing, and it's really funny. And he just gets teleported back to where he came from. At the very end, you see a little bit of the goop, a little of the goo of Venom, the symbiote, just crawling on the table that didn't teleport back. So it seems that the symbiote is still there in Spider-Man's universe. And we're gonna definitely get a film with Spider-Man and the symbiote, and I think that's gonna be awesome because that's one of the coolest story arcs, I feel. Perfect timing to have that film come out with the game also, because the game is gonna have the main villain, Venom, which is going to be really cool. So I cannot wait for that. I've always been keeping these things to myself. I always get made fun of for it, but I don't care anymore. This is what I love. I always get made fun of my studio, whatever, because it has like, everybody's like, oh my God, this is like a kid's room, whatever. It's not. You don't get it. If you think this is a kid's room, then get the hell out. Because a lot of this stuff is expensive. It's not just for kids. And I'm so happy that I'm into this kind of stuff because it's such a beautiful experience. And I guarantee you guys, believe me, a lot of people envy us because we get to experience these awesome things from whatever it is you like. Anime, movies, video games, books, whatever it is. There's so many things and so many beautiful things that we get to bring out of ourselves that many others can't do. So they envy that, and you know, I think we're cool, and we don't have to be. You know, we don't have to be cool, and that's why I've always resonated with Spider-Man. You know, I'm from Queens. A lot of the movie is shot most where I live. I always felt that he was me. You know, I'm a kid from Queens. My uncle was my best friend, and I'm a bit of a nerd. The multiverse does exist. There is an infinite number of Spider-Mans, and maybe there is an Arabic Spider-Man out there, you know, an Egyptian one who likes to chill on the top of the pyramids at night. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And I know it doesn't fit because I got Deadpool sweater here, and I got a Deadpool sweatpants, even though I'm talking about Spider-Man, but they're comfortable. It's the holidays. Anyway, happy holidays to all of you guys. Stay safe. Love you. Peace.